Welcome to Small Arm Solutions. Today we're going to be looking at the Glock Model 41, which is their long slide 45 auto. We're going to do a little bit of backward in history and look at some of the earlier Glock 45s as well. So I think what we're going to start off with is the very first Glock 45, which is my favorite of the entire Glock lineup, the Model 21. The Model 21 was originally designed to be the 10mm Model 20, but they ended up halting the Model 20, going ahead with the Model 21, knowing it was going to be a lot more popular here in the United States because 45 is the American caliber. So the 45 was built off of a much larger frame and slide. It was beefed up to handle the 45 automatic caliber. Now, one of the things I like so much about this pistol is it has a very hefty grip to it. This particular one is a Gen 4. I did have a Gen 2, and I had a Gen 3, and I had gotten rid of the Gen 2 for the Gen 3. Then I got rid of the Gen 3 and got the Gen 4. So the reason why this one's so good to me is because I got big hands, and this gun fits me like a glove. Prior to my coming here to Texas, I used to do a lot of training with the Cedar Rapids Police Department SWAT team. Do some of their courses and everything with them, and this was always my pistol. And I always would joke with them too. They would be out in the range doing training drills, and they would be doing the malfunction drills. And I was just sitting there one time, and then they brought a PX4s, and the guy said to me, "Well, why aren't you doing the malfunction drill?" I said, "What I got to do that? I'm carrying a Glock. These don't malfunction." So it was sort of a bad joke, but it was sort of funny at the time. It was around a 4.5-inch barrel. The nice thing about it was you would hold 13 rounds of 45 auto. I tell you, 13 rounds plus one chamber, 14, that's quite a bit of firepower for any 45 that's out there. It would handle the plus P ammunition with no issues whatsoever. Like any Glock, it was easy to maintain. Barrel lasts forever. And it just was a very, very comfortable pistol. Then there's the Model 30. The Model 30, this came out in 1996, if I believe, and it is exactly when this one was bought. This pistol has been my carry gun since 1996. I've carried this somewhat daily for in all those years leading up to now. Again, I liked it for the same reason I like the Model 21. It was the same width, the same size. It fit. This one here would have a 10-shot magazine, so when you put the magazine in, it stuck down, and it just fit my hand like a glove. This has been my carry gun, and it still is to this day. The one thing I have ever added to these, all these pistols have tritium night sights on them. This particular one has the Laser Max laser sight, as you can see. This is the only gun that I have one of these for. This laser sight was made in Rochester, New York, where I lived, and it was specifically made for this pistol. It was placed in this pistol, and it was adjusted, so it was made custom for this pistol. So you can see a little bit of it right there. So this has been my carry gun. Well, just last year, Glock came out with their newest model, which is called the Model 41. It's a 5.3-inch barrel, but if you take a look closer, you'll see how much narrower it is too. So you have a narrower slide and a narrower frame. And also you can see how this has been rounded off at the edge here, rather than squared off of the way that the Model 21 is. However, the frame uses the exact same magazine. It's the same Glock magazine. Now, some of the neater features on this gun here, as you can see, is the Trichicon, the RMO. Now, this comes with a cover plate. And then when you remove the cover plate, you can install any of the various types of red dot sights. So for installation of this one, you have a kit that comes from Trichicon for this particular gun. You insert a plate on top of the slide, and then you insert the unit on top of that plate, and then there's two screws that you screw on. You want to put a little bit of Loctite on there as well. Now this is about 6 months old. This RMO right here. To my understanding, there are some of the older ones don't hold up as well on the pistols as the newer ones do. That was one of the things that was fixed. So I can't tell you too much about that. All I can tell you is so far, the shooting I've done with this, it's held up perfectly. It's worked very well. Now this is a Gen 4, so you have the removable back straps. I always put the medium on there with the higher beaver tail because, again, it fits me like it's supposed to. Now the recoil spring and everything is the exact same as it is for the standard G20 Gen 4. That happens to be the same. The slide stop, however, on here, on the standard Glock, you will see that I have the extended slide stop on that one. I don't have one on here because they don't make one yet, because this frame is not the same. Of course, it's smaller. So this pistol has got up to 5.5 pound trigger in it. That's something that I may change. I may put the 3.5 pound connector in it at some point. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to take this to the range. The ammunition I'm using here is provided by SIG. It's one of their excellent 230 grain ball cartridges, as well as some Black Hills. This gun is fun as hell to shoot. I really enjoy shooting it. I do like the red dot. Shot at once I got it zeroed in, it was accurate as hell. Something else I want to talk to you guys about too, because there's been some talk about the differences between the American-made Glocks and the Austrian Glocks. There's been questions about which one's better. We're going to address that. We're also going to address how you can tell the difference between an American Glock versus an Austrian Glock. First of all, quality. There is no difference between the two. They're made on the exact same machines, the exact same processes, exact same everything. The machines came from Austria, the training all came from Austria, and even the supervision of the facility is by Austrians. So there is literally no benefit to having an Austrian or a U.S. The quality is the same. So we'll dispel that right out the gate. So it doesn't matter which one that you get. Originally, a lot of the American Glocks were made for export, where places you couldn't export from Austria, which you could from the U.S. But now you're starting to see several different models made here in the U.S. So we're going to show you how you can tell the difference between the two. First of all, if you look in the slide, on the top is the Glock 21, and you can see where it says Glock Austria. On the bottom, you can see where it says Glock USA. So there's your first clue. The second is going to be the barrel itself. If you look on the barrel hood, on the left side, you're going to see both the Glock manufacturer's mark, and you will see a little stamp that is the shape of Georgia. So that's the Georgia proof mark. So on all of the American-made barrels, you will have that. Next is going to be on the frame itself. If you look at the markings on the frame, you'll see on top here, you'll see Glock made in Austria. And on the bottom one, you'll see Glock made in Smyrna, Georgia. Your pistol will either be Glock USA or it will be Glock Austria. It will not have mixed components on it. So those are the exact ways. And on the front here, this is an NBS frame, but you will also see on the Glock 21, this is an NBS as well, but you will also see the proof mark, the Georgia proof mark. So you will see that on both the frame, on the slide, also on the right side of the slide, you'll see the Georgia proof mark, and on the barrel, Georgia proof mark. So that is how you're going to tell the difference between the Glock Austria and Glock USA made pistols. And again, these are the same quality pistols made by the same machines, same people, same technical data package. This particular model with the that will accept the RMO type sights, you'll see them made in all Glock models right now. You'll see them on the 17, the 22, or the 17, the 19, the 22, the 23, and then you'll see them on the 41. It's going to become up pretty much standard on the entire platform. But Glock keeps stepping their game up, making new firearms, making them better, making them more compact, and this one could very well find its way to be my favorite pistol. I know that 21 is really hard to beat for me. This one does still have the same heft to it, but it has the lighter weight and then the longer barrel. Gets you a little bit more accuracy. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment and I'll try and get back to you. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click like, please subscribe, and even better, share. Thank you.